Hello students of Con 8101 Residential Estimating. My name is Matan. Welcome to our video tutorial of a foundation plan drawing. In this video, I will describe the characteristics of a foundation plan and their functions. Footings. The dashed lines on either side of the foundation wall represents the concrete footings that are the base portion of a building that cover its perimeter, submerged into the ground. The use of a footing is to support the foundation wall. They consist of concrete, which is Portland cement, water, and various sized aggregates. Foundation wall. These two thick continuous lines that form a perimeter around the drawing represent the concrete-filled foundation wall. Check in the garage. Here it displays a typical 6-foot 6-inch in height void or hole in the foundation wall. The purpose of the check is to allow for a smooth surface into the garage. Slab. The area on the inside of the foundation walls, including the garage, has a layer of concrete that is poured on top of the interior portion of the footings, pads, and granular material, known as a concrete slab. In this drawing, there are two types of slabs. Firstly, we'll look at the garage. Note that it has a stronger type of concrete as well as air entrainment between 5 to 8%, which is the intentional creation of tiny bubbles of air in the concrete. The other type of slab is the slab inside the basement. Pads. The three dashed line squares represent the concrete pads which are placed underneath the slab. They provide support for the steel beam. In this example, these pads are 4 foot by 4 foot by 9 inches and 2,900 psi. Pads are square-shaped concrete blocks that are placed along the length of a steel beam. Concrete pads have the same structural criteria as the footings. The thickness, location, and shape of the pads are dependent on the structural requirement of the building. Telepost. These circles in the center of the pads represent typical metal posts. Teleposts are the steel posts that are placed on top of the concrete pads, which hold the steel beam. In some cases, teleposts are temporary and can be replaced with hollow structural steel. Steel beam. This thick dashed line is the steel beam. It sits inside the foundation wall and is supported by the posts. Steel beams are pre-engineered steel that vary in shape and size to support the vertical loads of the building. They are installed after foundation walls are set. The beams are placed on the opening inside the foundation wall, which is called the beam pocket. Anchor bolts. Anchor bolts, also known as lag bolts, are metal screws placed on center around the foundation wall. These bolts are screwed between the sill plate and into the top of the foundation wall. In this instance, the spec requires minimum 6 foot 7 inches at every check. Cross-sectional symbol. This symbol tells us that there is a cross-sectional drawing available at that specific point. A more detailed overview of the cross-sectional drawing will be covered in a later video. This concludes our tutorial on our foundation plan. Our next video will cover the joist plan. Thank you for watching.